Alright. So mom's gonna videotape because she doesn't want to be on camera because she's already in her jammies. But I wanted to talk a little bit about our tours. We had 3 tours. One in Seoul, one in Busan, and one in Jeju. And I think both of us agree that our favorite was the Busan one. We just had one tour, well, we had one tour guide in all of them, but it was just us and the tour guide. So we were able to ask a lot more questions, kind of do things that we wanted to do, because she knew, you know, kind of what we wanted to look at and what we wanted to get. So it was just more intimate. Although I was sick for most of the day, I ended up getting really car sick. So anytime we were in the car driving, my stomach was like, ooh, nauseous, and it kind of sucked, but other than that, it was fine. And then that is also where we got our little jewelry and memorabilia and things like that. And she was just a really nice tour guide. We really liked her. And then I think the second one after Busan that we liked the best was Seoul. And that was a group. We had about 16 people all together. And the girl, her name was Sharon. She was good. She had, she did try to take the time to at least talk to everybody on a personal level. And after we had lunch, a lot of people went home, so it was a little bit more intimate group. And she just she knew exactly what she was talking about. Like, she'd done it numerous times. If we had questions outside of what she was talking about in terms of like the palaces and things like that, she almost always could answer them. But it was, you know, she just knew what she was talking about, kept us on a tight schedule, but we didn't feel rushed. So it was really nice. She did a good job. And then the third one, which I think I'm right in saying we kind of both just was like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, her English wasn't as good either, so
yeah,
it was hard to understand what she was saying. That's
true, that too. But the third was Jeju, which was today. We were both just kind of like, meh about it. There a lot more nature stuff. Obviously, we're on Jeju Island. We're gonna look at nature stuff, but a lot more nature stuff than the previous 2 tours. Lot less information. And even the information that she gave, like Mom said, the English just wasn't as good. And I mean, it was a full like 8-hour tour, but what we did could have been wrapped up in like 4 hours. She gave us a lot of time to just kind of walk around and things like that. Like the last place we went was like this green tea farm, and we got like this green tea like foot bath thingy-majig. Now first we thought that they were gonna do it for us, but we actually did it ourselves, which is fine. But after that, she gave us like another half hour just to walk around, and it wasn't that big of a place, and it's a green tea farm. Like, what are you gonna look at? And so like we could have just gone after the foot bath, but whatever, that's fine. So she gave us a lot more time than what I feel like we needed, but that was just us. Other people could have wanted to stay longer. So and then, but we had quite a bit of fun on the bus because there was this guy, this 2 couple. They looked Indian, but the guy was probably Egyptian and she was probably Indian. But he was higher than anybody else on that bus. We were all lower than thou. Seriously. Like first of all, he sat up front where there was no leg room, because God forbid somebody sit in front of him. And then, because there was no leg room, he had to like recline his seat, and so Mom's sitting there like squished. She can't, you know, and he doesn't even like budge. He doesn't even, oh, is this okay? None of that. He's just, you know, you just have to accept it.
Are we getting off here? No?
And then he was just, you know, we always had to wait on him. He was always the last person on the bus, and ugh. And then we were going home. It was the end of the tour, and he wanted to get off at the airport for whatever reason instead of his hotel, which was way out of the, you know, route that we were going. And he was like, you know, I thought we were getting off at the airport. We talked about this. And both me and Mom were like, when did you talk? Because we sat right next to the tour guide. So I'm like, when did you talk to her about this? I think you just talked to your wife and then expected us to know through osmosis. But not only that, I mean, so what? So what about that? You know, if you wanted to get off at the airport, I'm getting very salty right now, but that's okay. If you wanted to get off at the airport, take a freaking taxi from the Green Tea. Don't, because then we had to, everybody else who stayed on the bus, like, you know, you were supposed to, had to rearrange everything. We couldn't get dropped off right at our hotels anymore because it would have, you know, the bus was running out of gas and all this stuff, and it was like, and so everybody just got to rearrange their whole life for this guy because he's number one, as long as he's comfortable. So it was really just, initially we were like, what? And then, but afterwards we just started laughing about it, making jokes and stuff. It was because it was just, you know those people that are just like, really? So anyways, but this is our last day, so we're going home tomorrow, and like I said, Busan was number one, then Seoul, and then Jeju as far as tours. And Jeju barely makes it on the list. It really wasn't as fun as we thought it was. And the hotel, Jeju, it wasn't as good, like even the hotel, we had to go a really long way to find food and stuff like that. Like, we might as well have just stayed extra days in Seoul over Jeju, honestly. Because, and it was kind of overcast the whole time and everything like that. So, but, you know, if we hadn't gone, you know, it's fine. But anyways, we're gonna kind of pack up a little bit today, and then we gotta head out to fly to Gimpo, like get back on the mainland. Our plane takes off at like 11:45ish, so we are out of here by like 10:15. So anyways, we're gonna do that tonight, and then go to bed, and we'll be home soon. So bye.
Bye.
Okay. Woo. Okay. So we are at the Incheon airport. We just finished our first flight from, we had to fly from Jeju to Gimpo, and then we took this like little airport limousine shuttle bus thing to, which was like a 20-minute drive from Gimpo to Incheon. And now we're in Incheon, and we're just at the gate waiting to get on. We don't board until 8 p.m. Korea time, so we're here, it's what, 2 now, Mom?
No, it's 3.
Okay, so it's 3-ish, and so we've got about 5 hours here, just chilling. And yeah, because it's 2:58, yeah, so it's 3, and that's Korea time. So we have about 5 hours of just chilling, and then we board. We take off at 8, and then we land in LA at 3 p.m. LA time, Saturday. But that's going to be like after 12 hours of flying, so it's going to be like, you know, 8 a.m. on Sunday for us, so we'll be pretty tired. And then we have to wait another 5-hour layover in LAX until we take off again at 8 to land in Phoenix at 10. And then we probably won't be home and in bed until like midnight. So we're going to be pretty tired. This is probably going to be the last time that I pull out the camera until after we get home and like Sunday morning. But it was this Incheon airport, well, both airports that we've experienced, the Jeju airport, the Gimpo airport, and the Incheon airport, have all been fairly easy to get around and understand. Way easier just to get through than any American airport that I've been in, but then again, they haven't been blown up by terrorists before, so that's probably why. So anyways, but we're just gonna be chilling, and Mom just ate, but I'm probably gonna eat in a little bit, and then probably try to catch a little bit of sleep before getting on the plane. And then we've got a couple of you know, like movies and things here that well, they're actually concerts and stuff of this band that we like. that I picked up and sold that we can watch on my computer. I got my cord, so we'll be doing that. They have like movies and stuff you can watch on the flight too to help time go by fast, and hopefully we can get at least a little bit of sleep. We weren't really able to last flight, but again, now that we kind of know what to expect, I think it might be easier just to relax and sleep. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Our trip has come to an end, and we'll be back on US soil soon. So bye. Say bye bye, mommy.
Bye.